Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 222 of the JRPG Report. My name is Dalton Suter, and we have got a good batch of stories this week, and I would like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to hear me tell you about this news, and let's get into it. First and foremost, a tweet came out from Bandai Namco USA saying, "Get ready for the season of anime gaming with Bandai Namco Entertainment and host Vampy Bit Me. Join them at Anime Expo at Petrie Hall or tune into the live stream at twitch.tv/Bandai Namco USA on July 1st at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time to look at some reveals for the new upcoming games. And these games are Digimon Survive, One Piece Odyssey, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R, which I believe that last one is a fighting game. But those first two are more up our alley. So if you're very interested in those games, definitely keep your eyes peeled on July 1st and check out that stream, or wait for the recaps that you see. Or I'm sure that I will cover it on the show. So if you just want to wait for that too, that's up to you. But yeah, and if you want more information, I guess just go subscribe to that Twitch channel. I'll give it to you one more time. Twitch.tv/Bandai Namco US. And yeah, all right, let's move on from there. Worth Life will launch for Switch via Nintendo eShop on July 14th in the West for $24.99. Developer Hakama announced. Users who purchase the game before July 27th will receive a 20% discount, and pre-orders will open on July 7th. This is a side-scrolling fantasy JRPG first launched on June 24th, 2022 in Japan. Here is an overview of the game. Two seasoned professionals of farming and life simulation genre, producer Yoshifumi Hashimoto and artist Igusa Matsuyama, have come together to create Worth Life, a side-scrolling fantasy RPG. Playing as one of 30 individuals summoned by the king, Worth Life sees you set off on the journey to save the kingdom from a terrible fate. During your quest, you will be able to raise crops on vacant lots as you come across them, and build houses for people in need. You'll even be able to take up your sword and bow to face off against monsters. Forge your own path to restoring prosperity and happiness to this kingdom." That sounds pretty cool, man. I'm not going to lie. Play it your own way, choose your character's look, and then start exploring. And you can switch your character's appearance at any time. As you journey through the kingdom, you will encounter a host of colorful characters and unique experiences. Be sure to check out the things that catch your eye to trigger a spark and unlock a new skill. You can spark all manner of handy skills as you battle monsters and travel across the lands. Acquire unused lots that you stumble across while on your journey. You're free to choose how you use them, till the land and grow crops. Dig out a fishing pond or build a house to rent to the townspeople. You can cultivate land and raise crops. Well, they just said that in the last sentence. Why would they put that? That's just me reading too quickly, I suppose. There is fishing as well, which I am huge on fishing minigames in game. Like if I'm playing a game, specifically JRPGs, because their fishing minigames always seem to be super fun. Anytime I see that there's a fishing game, I'm like, yes. And then I spend way too long on it. Way too long. I'm looking at you, Persona 5. Yeah, if this sounds interesting to you, like I said, this game will be coming out July 27th on the Nintendo Switch eShop. Up next, some sad news if you were a Final Fantasy Record Keeper player. It is shutting down outside of Japan. Square Enix will end the service for another Final Fantasy mobile game. It revealed Final Fantasy Record Keeper is shutting down. First, folks won't be able to purchase gems as of August 30th, 2022. Then the game itself will close on September 29th, 2022. The Japanese Twitter account for the title remains active. In order to see any of the notices about how Final Fantasy Record Keeper will be shutting down, people need to download the game. In addition to the two dates related to the end of its services, messages from producer Ichiro Hazama and developmental producer Yu Sasuke appear. Neither explains why the Final Fantasy mobile games will no longer appear outside of Japan. So I looked into this, and here is Hazama's message. It says, "Hello, this is Ichiro Hazama from Square Enix. Well, everyone, have you played Final Fantasy Record Keeper to your heart's content? For me, this project has been a treasure trove brimming with limitless wonders of the Final Fantasy series. Of course, it could never convey all of the charm found in the Final Fantasy games, but I'd like to think that we were able to bring you glimpses of its iconic pixel graphics, music, and incredible battle systems, and so much more. 7 years ago, which, wow, I can't believe it's been 7 years since this game came out. 7 years ago, when it all started, you could count the number of characters in the game and strategic elements that were still relatively simple. But thanks to many people at DENA, DENA, and of course all of you, the players, we were able to create the game that you know today. Words cannot express the gratitude I feel, but nevertheless, it allows me to sincerely thank you for everything over these many years. Someday, I hope that our paths will cross again. Until then, here is Sasuke's message from the same game. This farewell message acknowledges the game has been running globally since March 2015, and at a point reference the Japanese version started service in September 2014. I would like to thank all of my Final Fantasy Record Keeper players sincerely, past and present. Without each of you who played the game, we would never have been able to keep it going for the past 7 years. Pixel art is a personal favorite of mine, so it's been a pleasure during the past 7 years to be able to bring you pixel art versions of so many moments from past Final Fantasy games, as well as the adventures of Tiro and his friends. As the Final Fantasy series celebrates its 35th year, I have no doubt that it will continue to bring us amazing stories it's known for. I hope you continue to enjoy these stories for years to come. Thank you so much for being a part of this. So it will be shutting down outside of Japan September 29th, 2022. The Japanese version seems like it will remain in operation. If you are a fan of plushies, boy, do I have some news for you. It turns out new Persona 5 and Shin Megami Tensei 5 plush are on the way, and they will become part of the Stubbins line. Aogami and the Nahobino will both be 10 inches Stubbins Deluxe versions. So will one of two Morgana options. The other Morgana will be a 4-inch Stubbins Hugs clip-on plush. Pre-orders for all three will open on July 1st, 2022. And we will talk more about Persona 5 later on. Don't you worry. But first, some more Final Fantasy XIV news. There will be, soon, more private housing in Final Fantasy XIV. Square Enix announced that there will be ward restructuring following the next housing lottery on July 10th, 2022. After that happens, 9 more wards will be available for private housing. This does mean less housing for free companies. Square Enix brought up the exact division as a part of the announcement. At the moment, you can only find Final Fantasy XIV private housing in wards 19 through 24. Once this change happens after the next lottery's entry period, wards 10 through 18 will also be open to players looking for a private home. As you might imagine, this means a similar sort of cut for free company housing in Final Fantasy XIV. It currently occupies wards 1 through 18. Once the change happens, it will cut off at ward 9. So, if you are a Final Fantasy XIV player and you've been looking to get a private house for yourself that you want to decorate and start the real end game in Final Fantasy, look forward to this. If you're in a free company, you've been looking for a house, I feel for you. I feel for you. So, this next one, I think this is JRPG adjacent enough, but it's something that I was super excited about when I saw it, and Kularian in the Discord was also super excited, and that is Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher English version will appear. So there will be an official English translation for Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher. After being announced during the Japanese Nintendo Direct Mini on June 28th, 2022, Bandai Namco's Southeast Asia branch released an additional trailer, and it confirmed an Asia English version will appear. There's no exact release date offered in that video, but it does mention a 2022 debut. As a reminder, Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher is a Monster Rancher game that involves characters from the Tokusatsu series, Ultraman. Both kaiju from the series and new characters will appear in the game, and folks will get to raise them and send them to fight other kaiju. And I do believe that I retweeted this, so if this sounds interesting to you, then definitely check the trailer out, because this game looks awesome. I'm not going to lie. So some big news that came out this week, and this is probably the news that I'm most excited for this week. Star Ocean. We have some Star Ocean news. As part of the June 2022 Japanese special program, a Star Ocean The Divine Force release date has appeared. It will show up in the region on October 27th, 2022. While Square Enix didn't officially bring up a worldwide launch day, the PlayStation Store also shows that the release date for the game, suggesting that it will unlock at 12 a.m. Eastern Time, 6 a.m. CET on October 27th, 2022. The Japanese limited edition and new trailer appeared as well. As for the Japanese Star Ocean The Divine Force limited edition, it will cost about 18,000 yen, roughly $132, and people can get a copy of the game, an art book, 4 CD soundtrack, an art card showing Princess Leticia of Osiris from Aster 4, and Captain Raymond Lawrence from Verigold, and SD keychains of Leticia and Raymond. PS4 and PS5 versions of it were shown, and it's currently unknown if this edition will appear in the worldwide release. So hopefully that's the worldwide release date, because that'd be sweet. I am really looking forward to this game. I hope they bring more Star Ocean games to PC. Give me all of them, por favor. But another cool thing about this that came out is that there's going to be dual protagonists. As previously mentioned, Raymond and the other girl, Leticia. But they present two different perspectives on gameplay style. So for the princess, the Leticia, it is fantasy, and for Raymond, it's sci-fi, which that's super cool. Kind of gives you a reason to play through both to see how it goes for both of them. That's really cool. Get hyped. I'm hyped. Tweet me if you are also hyped. Let me know at JRPG Report. Now, up next, Nier Automata. Some news has come out about that. Is not only is it getting a Switch release, which I'll get to in just a second, but it has exceeded 6.5 million copies sales. That's a lot. That's a lot, man. But yeah, to piggyback off of that, publisher Square Enix and developers Platinum Games and Virtuos will release Nier Automata, the End of Yoha edition for Switch, both physically and digitally, on October 6th worldwide, the company has announced. The physical edition will include a symbolic artwork by character designer Akihiko Yoshida on the front cover, with a new reversible box art featuring A2 designed by concept artist Koda Kazuma. Nier Automata first launched for the PS4 on February 23rd, 2017, followed by a PC release via Steam on March 17th, 2017, and Xbox One June 26th, 2018. So if you've been waiting for this game to come to Switch, like if that's all you've got is a Switch, oh man, you are going to get it, and you're going to get a good version of it, because I saw that it runs at 30 frames a second, but it's 1080p docked and 720 handheld. That's pretty sweet. So I really look forward to you all being able to experience it. One of the games that came out in the news this week that surprised me was Square Enix has announced life simulation RPG Harvestella for Switch and PC via Steam. It will launch November 4th worldwide. Here's a overview of the game for you. So, in a vibrant and colorful world, players will tend their crops, befriend the townsfolk, and overcome threats. Discover the origins of the world and the truth behind the calamity along the way. The story begins when the player wakes up in the middle of the quietus, a calamity that comes with each change of season and threatens all life. It's a season of death that comes at the turn of each season. Crops wither, to the dust of death prevents people from even walking outside. It's said that the duration of the quietus is getting longer each year. Players will be able to explore the various cities and dungeons of the world. Nemea Town, where cherry blossoms bloom all year round. Seaside town Shatola, with a lively bar scene. Lee the village, with its beautiful colors and the four seasons. And the snow-covered holy capital Argene. In order for players to reach Sea's Light, the four giant crystals that govern the seasons, they must cross a beautiful yet rugged path. The daily life of the video game will include vegetables, grains, and fruits that can be grown on the fields and shipped for money or used as crafting materials. They can also be used for cooking, where recipes can have an effect of recovering HP or temporarily increasing stats, which will be useful while on adventures. At home, players can take care of their animals, the round bird Klafao, the dignified goat Wulum, and their pet Totokaku, which may lead to nice rewards. Players will also encounter new friends, such as Shrika, a missionary in search of a new faith. Heine, their name is Heine. That's awesome. A flirtatious and handsome mechanic. Isil, a descendant of the Wind Readers, and Arya, a mysterious girl who says she has come from the future. By facing their problems and their different ways of life, you will gain a better understanding of your allies. And during battle, switch instantly between a wide variety of jobs, like the fighter, who unleashes quick sword techniques, and the shadow walker, who deals lethal blows with twin swords, or even the mage, who specializes in magic attacks to be victorious. Take on strong enemies by targeting their weak points and eliminate them with a powerful double break attack. The game is going to also have a variety of residents that are waiting to meet you. So if this sounds interesting to you at all, which I know it does to me, I love a life sim RPG. They're wonderful. I really do. I like them a lot. If this sounds interesting to you, man, keep an eye out for it. And, when it comes out, get it. So Square Enix will be like, yo, people like this kind of stuff. And maybe they'll make more games like this, because that would be awesome. Although I know people are going to be like, give us Final Fantasy or we riot. And I get that. Don't get me wrong. I still want Final Fantasy as well. But, So for people who have been waiting for Live Alive, or is it Live Alive? I'm going to call it Live Alive. It is now, there's a demo for it now available on Switch via the Nintendo eShop. The demo features the beginning of 3 chapters. Save data from the demo can also be transferred to the full game whenever it launches, and it is due out for Switch on July 22nd worldwide. So, when we brought up Persona earlier, here's the tie-in. When Persona 5 Royal comes to PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and PC, it will also include all of the game's DLC. The latest details went over which add-ons will be included with the base game, and these additions will include extra costumes, items, personas, and songs. And there is a massive list of stuff. Some that jump out to me: Persona 2 costumes and BGM special, Persona 4 costumes and BGM special, some Shin Megami 4 costume and BGM set, the Persona 5 Velvet Room set, Raul Persona, Shin Megami Tensei If costume, and Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey Redux costume and BGM special set. Oh man, it's gonna be rad. I can't wait. And Switch owners, rejoice. I can hear the cheers from here. Persona 3, Persona 4, Persona 5, all confirmed for Switch. Ahead of June 28th, 2022, the Nintendo Direct Mini, Atlas confirmed Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royal Switch versions are on the way. As with other console and PC ports, Persona 5 Royal will arrive first. That will show up on October 21st, 2022. The others' entries will follow. The official website for the game updated before the showcase went live. This news comes after a wave of Persona port announcements. First, Atlas confirmed Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and PC versions were on the way during Microsoft and Bethesda's game showcase in June 2022. Following that reveal, the company confirmed that the game would also show up on PS5 and PC via Steam. We also had some idea Persona 5 Royal would head to the Nintendo Switch. A store called World of Games temporarily put up a product page for it. Always with the leaks, man. They can't keep anything a secret anymore. It's sad. So get hyped. Switch players, you are not left out. This time, literally everyone is happy. Everybody gets Persona. Persona for everyone. And that's what I'm talking about. The more the people that played this series, the better, because then we'll get more Persona, we'll get more Shin Megami Tensei. I'm all about it. Next, I want Shin Megami Tensei 5 on PC and the other consoles besides Switch. See, you Switch owners, see now, here's the thing. You want Persona 5, but you're not willing to give up Shin Megami Tensei 5 to the rest of us. I see how you are. So earlier in the week, I had pulled up this tab and left it open to remind me. It was a tweet from Gamatsu that said, Bandai Namco has filed a trademark for Friends of the Great Kingdom in Europe. And that was it. Well, yesterday, turns out, it's Doraemon Story of Seasons, Friends of the Great Kingdom, announced for PS5, Switch, and PC. Doraemon Story of Seasons, Friends of the Great Kingdom will bring back the beloved Doraemon. Doraemon? Is it Doraemon? Maybe Doraemon? I'll say Doraemon. In an all-new original heartwarming story. Players guide Doraemon and his friends as they set up their farm on an unknown planet, experiencing casual farm simulation gameplay set against a picturesque landscape with realistic natural elements such as wind, light, and seasons. So I know this isn't a JRPG, so I won't go into super details about it. But when I saw that they had, trademarked that name, I was like, ooh, I wonder what this could be. And it turns out that's what it is. Doraemon, Story of Seasons, Friends of the Great Kingdom. I have heard a lot of good things about Doraemon. I will probably end up looking into this. It's another life sim. I'm into them. I can't lie. And to wrap up this week's episode, I know it's kind of a shorter one, but I was giving you guys what goods I had. Dragon Quest Treasures launches December 9th for Switch. A completely new spin-off from the Dragon Quest series, Dragon Quest Treasures explores the childhood escapades of siblings Eric and Mia, who first appeared in Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age. Eric and his sister Mia live on a Viking longship, dreaming of the day that they can explore the world in search of grand treasure. One night, they encounter a pair of otherworldly creatures, Porcus and Persilla, and are whisked away to a mysterious place known as Draconia, a legendary land full of treasures just waiting to be discovered. The adventure Eric and Mia have always dreamed of is finally underway. With the vast world of Draconia to explore and tons of tantalizing treasure to find, Eric, Mia, and their cute companions will need some help. The team soon befriend and recruit a veritable variety of well-mannered monsters. Making use of these monsters' magical visions of hidden treasure and the unique treasure hunting abilities, our heroes will race over open fields, scale cliffs with a single bound, and glide over gaping chasms to locate loot in even the most fiendishly inaccessible spots. Venture into a vast world where twists, turns, and mysteries lie hidden on your path to discovering the legendary treasure of Draconia. So that will be launching December 9th, and I hope you all are looking forward to it. I know I am. Dragon Quest XI was fantastic, so anything that has to do with Dragon Quest XI, I will gladly take more of, for sure. And that is going to do it for this week's JRPG Report, episode 222. You all are fantastic. Thank you for sticking around and listening to another episode by me, your host, Dalton Suter. And thank you for sticking around. I've noticed a lot of you are still around after James has left, and I do appreciate that very much. And also, I am in talks with scheduling a time that I can have him on for JRPG Sunday special. So look forward to that. We'll check in on him, see how he's doing and everything, and then we'll just have a general gaming discussion. And I've been bugging some people in the Discord trying to feel out who would want to come on for maybe a roundtable general JRPG discussion. So we'll figure that out, man. I'll keep all of you posted, if you will. So if you'd like to check us out on social media, you can go to www.facebook.com/the JRPG Report, or if Twitter's more your thing, you can find me at JRPG Report. If you would like to support the show, which would absolutely mean the world to me, it really does help me out a lot. While I'm looking for work, the extra little income I get is very much a help, and I appreciate it. And any little bit helps. So if you would like to join the Patreon, it is patreon.com/JRPG Report. I believe it's $2 for the minimum tier, and that gives you access to the Discord that you heard me mention. I'm also doing Let's Play series over there. Right now I'm playing through Final Fantasy VI, and I just it would mean a lot to me. But if you can't swing it, because I know times are rough right now, that's fine. The fact that you're here and you're listening to me warms my heart, and I appreciate each and every one of you. But I would like to thank our patrons that we do have, and that would be Kim C, Jake W, Jordan K, Tara, Kularian, Taylor F, Luke C, and Master Loot. You guys rock. And if you would like to hear more of me, I have a bi-weekly show, the Steam Machine Podcast, where we play through my PC gaming backlog, me and my buddies Nate and Willie. We recently played through Yakuza 0. It's tremendous. Our next episode is going to be about Planet Coaster, and then after that, it's going to be some Final Fantasy VII, the original, which I've never beaten, so I really look forward to checking that out. So yeah, I think that's going to about do it for this episode. So I love each and every one of you. You all rock, and I want you to do me the biggest favor, and that is get back out there and level up.